A lot of you may be wondering, what does a home inspection entail? And I'm here this evening to hopefully answer any questions or concerns you may have. This is Conversations with Candler. Um, Candler Home Inspections, company based out of Jacksonville, Florida. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact us at Candler Home Inspections at yahoo.com. Again, that's Candler Home Inspections at yahoo.com. Our phone number is 904 888 2240. A home inspection is a thorough examination of a property's condition, typically conducted as part of a real estate transaction. The purpose is to provide the buyer with a detailed report about the property's overall condition and help identify any potential issues or defects. A few of the components that are inspected are the exterior. We're looking for condition of the roof, age, any potential issues there, exterior walls, siding, trim, any visible or structural issues that may be present. We're looking at the foundation, checking for cracks, settling, or again other concerns that are available at the time of inspection. As far as the interior goes, I'm looking at the walls, the ceilings, the floors, checking, make sure there's no cracks or water damage. Doors, windows, ensuring there's proper function there. Checking for drafts, make sure there's not air entering and leaving the dwelling. Attic, make sure there's the proper amount of insulation, ventilation in the attic, which is extremely important. That's something that a lot of home buyers or home occupants even, they don't realize that the attic is such an important component of the home. It just goes unnoticed, sight unseen, right? Um, as far as the roof, we're looking at the actual roof covering, the condition of shingles, tiles, or any other covering that may be present. Flashing helps redirect water when it rains away from the dwelling, off of the roof, away from the dwelling. Gutters, downspouts, another system or component that helps to redirect water away from the dwelling, make sure water doesn't actually enter the home. As far as plumbing goes, I'm looking at the water supply and distribution, make sure there's enough water pressure, checking for leaks. Um, we don't want any, you know, piping or anything to let water into the home. Water, if you haven't noticed by now, water is one of the greatest um, or most harmful elements to your dwelling. So we want to make sure that there is no water leaking inside the home. As far as water heater, drains, waste pipes, make sure everything is sufficient, and again, not letting water or waste back into your dwelling. Electrical system, checking, make sure that the wiring is sufficient and free of hazards. Outlets, light switches, protecting for proper functioning. Circuit breakers, fuse box, make sure the labeling is sufficient. Checking for any potential hazards, making sure knockout panels are present. We don't want any pests or anything get inside that electrical panel, because that's a very costly um, component of your home. Heating, ventilation, AC, making sure the AC is working. We live in Florida, right? So it gets hot, it gets humid, it gets muggy. You don't want to be granted occupancy to your home and find out in the middle of June that your AC is not cooling, because that's not good. Making sure the ducts, which could be in the attic or in the crawl space, making sure they're insulated properly. With our frigid winters here in Florida, when you turn on your heater and the heat's not blowing properly. So you want to make sure that those ducts are insulated, and you don't want to find out again after the fact. Appliances, we're making sure that they're functional, We want to make sure that they're secured properly. You don't want your toddlers or your pets walking around pulling on the stoves and it tips over on them because there's no brackets, no fastening brackets or securing brackets. Again, that's a safety issue, and we definitely want to identify those problems before you occupy the home, or if you choose, we want to make sure that those issues are known so we can take the proper steps to correct them. Insulation, ventilation, again, making sure that they're sufficient. We don't want to be running our AC unit and it's not cooling, it's not heating properly because there's a lack of insulation. We don't want the inside of the house to become muggy because there's lack of ventilation. So again, finding these issues before occupying the home is of utmost importance. We want to make sure the structure and the overall integrity of the home is sufficient. We want to identify any signs of foundation settling. Again, that's going to come, with cracks in the walls or foundation in your cracks in your brick or whatever the case may be. Now, again, every situation is different. So one may be different than the other depending on the age of your home, or is it a new construction? Has the home been around for a while? Has it been occupied, or has there been any environmental changes that we could be made aware of? And everything is different, so you definitely want to have an inspection. It's important to note, however, that a home inspection is a visual inspection, and inspectors, we may not be able to uncover hidden or situations that aren't readily available. So you have to understand if something is closed or locked and we don't have a key, or and nobody is able to help us access that component, we would just let you know that we weren't able to get there, and we would go from there. The buyer typically hires a licensed and a qualified home inspector to conduct this examination, and we would provide a detailed report outlining our findings, which would be used by the prospective buyer to make the best decision possible for you and your family. I hope this helps. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact us at candlerhomeinspections@yahoo.com. And our phone number is 904-888-2240. This has been Conversations with Candler, and please stay tuned for more to come. Thank you.